Welcome back to another episode of DDO Classic Storm Reach, or whatever I ended up deciding to call these videos. It's been so long. Where did the minutes go? Anyway, so I cleaned up my inventory a little bit, sold some of the junk. I sold that robe. I opted not to use it. I did find I also got this club, this Radiant Scepter, which is kind of cool. It's mostly a spellcaster item. In fact, let's see if I equip it. What does it look like? Yeah, it's a scepter. Um, I'm not gonna use it as a weapon, but the only relevant stat on it is that equipment bonus to light and alignment spell power, which will be relevant next level. I think it will make my lay on hands heal for more. So if I'm healing out of combat, then I'll have that as a possible switch for healing purposes. So yeah, that's why I have that. Also, I went and I bought a couple hireling contracts. I got Elizabeth Cinder here. Apparently, she's really fond of magic. I'm mostly interested in this because she has Summon Monster 1, which means she can also summon other critters. So, a summon that summons a summon sounds like we're going to have a party. So, that seems like fun. And then, alternatively, I also have Dryad if I end up needing more healing. Clerics are obviously usually some of the best hirelings, but we got options here. Anyway, I think it's time to move on to the next quest, which will be talking to either Baldar the Bold or Linus Weir. Linus Weir is right over there. Baldar is over here. Let's do Baldar first. Only because he's the next one in the line here. No other reason than that. The fisherman sitting before you winces as he bandages his leg. What happened to you? It was the Devourer cult. They came and destroyed our Cannith crystals. We tried to stop them. Vogel here was hit. Vogel hit here was hit pretty bad. Vogel means bird in German. A lot of Germanic names here. Vogel here was hit pretty bad, and I think I broke my ankle. But we got away with one crystal, just one. We put it in the basement of Korthos Hall. They'll come back for it tonight, and we're in no shape to stop them. Okay, so he's a fisherman transporting Cannith crystals? Uh, why is the Cannith crystal important to you? These crystals were holding back all this unnatural ice. Oh yeah, so I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by the voiceover in the other dungeon that in the tutorial, believe it or not, this quest line, although it is the first one in the game, it is not the tutorial. In the tutorial, I'm looking that way because that's the vague direction where it happened. Um, I washed up on the shore because there was a big dragon attack. And in fact, that's why it's snowing on this lovely island, which looks more tropical than anything. It's snowing because there's a white dragon and it's making snow happen. Anyway, it's apparently also causing unnatural ice, and so this fisherman was using a Cannith crystals. House Cannith is a highly magical industrial house in Stormreach, and so, yeah, they're using them to keep the ice away. With the one remaining, we might still be able to stave off the cold, but without it, Korthos will freeze over in a week. Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was that cold. Okay. Um, I think. Okay, come to mention it, aren't the islands of Shagron's teeth supposed to be warm? Where's he? Okay, he's gonna exposition that I just gave. It's the dragon that's freezing the island over. She be thrice May she be thrice blighted. She's blockaded the harbor and froze us all into the ninth hell. Nobody knows why she's helping the Sahuagin and the cult, but I swear, if something isn't done, we're all in big trouble. Um, I think I wanted to know why he couldn't just buy another one. It didn't. Here, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go back. See, I never read this dialogue, so I might as well. Uh, why is what? Well, here, let's do this one. I want to find out. Why can't you just get more crystals? We found them in the abandoned Cannith manufactory, not far from the village. Ah, this is out in the wilderness area. There's more there, and it ain't like we can send off to House Cannith for more. Okay, so they are just using these things that they found on the island. Okay, and then what's the Devourer called? I'm curious about who these are. The Devourer is one of the Dark Six cast out of the Sovereign Host for their evil. So the Sovereign Host is the pantheon of good, and the Devourer is apparently one of those deities cast out and became one of the Dark Six, the evil pantheon. The Sahuagin worship him. The Sahuagin worship him, sure, but the real trouble was when they started taking our people and brainwashing them into doing the same, and then the dragon showed up. Wait, so those cultists that I killed were just villagers that had been brainwashed by the Sahuagin, the fish people? And then there's a dragon involved somehow? Interesting. Okay, what's this about a dragon? Ah, it's the dragon that's freezing the island over. Yeah, okay, thank you. I already read that. And I think it's time the cult was given a taste of its own medicine. I will brainwash them. Never mind. No, I don't have that kind of stuff. But what I will do is defend your crystal like the mighty paladin that I am. What he doesn't know is I have a contract with a lovely lady who fancies herself a little bit of fire.
Ahead is the cellar where the Cannith crystal is hidden.
And so yeah, I'm gonna bring Elizabeth with me on this little adventure. Let's see how she goes. Hello. Hi. Our enemies shall freeze and burn. Oh, she can do both. That's good. Right. I'll have her open the door. I need to adjust this. Okay. Very
you can feel
quest.
the life-saving heat emanating from the magic crystal Boldar spoke of. But from the shadows approach those who would doom Korthos by destroying it.
They would doom Korthos. Doom! Okay. If I get better jump, I can climb up these things. Oh, there's a little dude over here. He's hiding. So basically, we stay here for the night, and the cultists are going to come and try and take the crystal, and we just have to protect it. I do remember struggling a little bit with this quest back in the day, but I think I was playing it on like a harder difficulty, and sometimes the swarms can be overwhelming. And I also was playing a wizard. I specifically remember casting grease on the floor to prevent them from getting to the crystal. They would like run at the crystal, and then they would just slip and fall. It was pretty cool. But yeah, you see, I just need to get them all before. Oh, Intimidate would actually be useful for this. So Intimidate is a skill that is used basically like a taunt in other MMOs. I have never taken it on a character. This character, normally a paladin, if they're tanking, you want them to have that skill. But I opted not to invest any points in it because I'm anticipating not doing a lot of group content. So actually drawing aggro is probably something I'm going to do naturally anyway. I'm always going to have aggro because I'm going to be like the guy doing the most damage. So, but this specific quest, interestingly, is one where it would actually be useful. Yeah. It would be a little more interesting if I was playing these on Leap, but I don't think... I'll check after this quest quickly. I'll check and see... if there's anything I'm supposed to get as an item. I think most, if not all, of the rewards from most of this quest chain are not from loot from chests, but they are from end quest rewards. Here's my page.
You have slain the last cultist, thus protecting the Cannith crystal and saving Korthos.
Alright, well, that was really easy. I thought I had a memory, it must only be in harder difficulties. I remember there being like spiders and stuff. But yep, end reward. There's supposed to be a cool items. Ooh, there's... Okay, we'll take a look at these items in a sec. I think the next quest is also the same, where the quest reward is... Yeah, it's in the end reward. There's no like chest. The guy just gives it to us and says, hey, thanks for your help. Take one of these. Is the crystal safe? Yes, the cultists came as you said they would, and when they tried to destroy the crystal, I felled them. This village will remain warm. Well, warmish. Thanks to me. Alright, so let's look. We have Spearbane. Spear block reduces... It's funny, it's so funny how they word this. They say reduces physical damage by 4, except from bludgeoning and slashing weapons. It should just say it only reduces piercing damage. That would be more intuitive. But, that's just how damage reduction worked in 3rd edition, and that got adopted by this. Anyway. Okay. I can also do Axe Block, so this one blocks slashing weapons, or Bracers of Assistance. I can give myself or someone else a morale bonus on attack rolls against fear. Wait, as 8 plus 1 per caster level, so 3, so 11. Oh, temp HP, so you get 11 temp HP and the morale bonus. That is a strict buff. I feel like I should... Man, I would really like these as well. I feel like Spear Block is best, only because it's helpful against archers and stuff. I'm gonna take the Spearbane, but I might be tempted to just do the quest again and take the aid as well. Yeah, what the heck. Okay, I'll take aid because it's a buff, and then I'll do the quest again. I'm not going to make you watch it. I'll just pause the recording. I'll go in, do it again on normal, and then we'll move on.